Hey, what's up, y'all? I know a lot of my subscribers aren't very interested in sports, so I apologize for this video. I'm gonna get back to regularly making videos again on religion and politics and stuff. But I've been meaning to make this video for about a year and 2 weeks, I would say. Because the first time I ever saw Jim Zorn coach a game, I said that this dude doesn't even know how to try to win a football game, so there's no point in letting him try for a whole season. And if you can't guess, I'm a Redskins fan, by the way. And so we had that up and down season last year. We started out 6-2 and then we lost to the Rams, and everything went downhill from there. And then we have 2 games this week, 2 games this year. The first game against the Giants, it was entirely possible that we'd lose that game. In fact, it was probable that we'd lose that game. But the way in which we lost it leaves way too much blame that could be pinned on the coach. And I'm going to give him a pass on that one just because we didn't get crushed, and the Giants are, in my opinion, a slightly better team than the Redskins. And then we get to last week against the Rams. Again, pathetic. Let me start by saying that Jim Zorn has no idea when to call a timeout. I mean, there's the one he tried to call a timeout, and then Danny Smith, the special teams coordinator, has to run down the sideline and grab him and stop him from calling a timeout, because it was at a time where the Redskins were trying to take time off the clock, and Zorn was trying to call a timeout with 30 seconds left, and it didn't make no sense. And it didn't make sense to call a timeout there at all, because all we were going to do is run a play, and you have 40 seconds to decide. You don't need to waste a timeout when they're valuable at the end of the game, because we lost the Giants game because we didn't have any timeouts left at the end. He did that. He called 4 or 5 trick plays, none of which worked because we telegraphed them. He hasn't thrown a fade to one of our big wide receivers yet. The thing that just got me the most in the Rams game. We're up 9-7, right? It's 1st and 10 for the Rams on our 25. So they're in field goal range. We get a sack. We never get sacks. And they called a penalty on the Rams. It was a 4 or 5 yard sack, so it would have been 2nd and 15. And instead of letting the defense get juiced up about a sack and removing an extra down, Jim Zorn gives them 1st and 20. And thank goodness that Donnie Avery fumbled, or we would have lost that game. Jim Zorn is an idiot. He's a decent play caller. Between the 20s, he's a decent play caller, which makes me think he could be a decent offensive coordinator one day, or back to what he was originally, a quarterback's coach. But as a head coach, he sucks. He makes all the wrong decisions regarding penalties and timeouts. And I mean, that's the bulk of what a head coach does, is make those kind of decisions. So, I mean, I'm fed up watching them play under this man, because as a team of considerable talent, Portis, Moss, Kelly, Thomas, Cooley, those dudes can ball, man. There's no doubt in my mind that those dudes can ball. You got all these horses and you don't let them run. And then when they get a sack, you want to take the penalty and you want to call timeout. I mean, the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of that Rams game were just a case study in incompetence by a coach. We had 3 timeouts. We wasted all 3 timeouts, gained nothing by spending any of the timeouts, and only hurt ourselves twice. 2 of the 3 times we hurt ourselves by spending the timeouts. We go for it on 4th and 1 when we're up 9-7 with less than 2 minutes to go and the other team has no timeouts. We go for it, instead of kicking the field goal and making them have to score a touchdown. And again, he got bailed out by the defense. But we could be crushing people. So, Redskins fans, let me know if you agree, disagree about the suckiness of Jim Zorn as a head coach. I mean, the worst coaches in the league that come to mind for me, besides Zorn, who is the worst, and the worst coach I can remember of the decade. The worst coaches would be Wade Phillips and Norv Turner, but I mean, I think even they have a certain level of respect that Zorn will never get. So, alright y'all, peace.